A trusting ascetic reached inside bamboo and met sudden, fatal fangs. One foolish attachment would soon cost a life and shatter faith. But the wise teacher had warned him long before tragedy struck. Deep in ancient Kasi, renunciates dwelled among forests and mountains. Their leader, a serene teacher, guided 500 seekers toward peace. Among them lived one ascetic whose heart clung to a secret. One day, a small viper wandered silently into his leaf hut.
Instead of fear, the ascetic felt strange affection for the creature. He housed the viper safely inside a hollow bamboo tube. Soon, others whispered, calling him the viper's foolish, devoted father. Word reached the teacher, an ascetic kept a deadly viper companion. He summoned the devoted ascetic to stand before him calmly. The teacher warned, venomous creatures cannot be trusted or tamed. Yet the ascetic insisted, claiming the viper felt like family. The teacher sighed, foreseeing the attachment would bring inevitable destruction. Days passed, yet the devoted ascetic refused abandoning his dangerous companion. Soon, the ascetic band ventured deep forest, gathering roots and fruits. They camped away for days, where wild food grew plentiful. Meanwhile, the viper remained trapped inside its bamboo prison, starving. After days, the ascetic band finally returned to their hermitage. The devoted ascetic hurried straight toward his hut, anxious and eager. He knelt, reaching for the bamboo, calling the viper lovingly home. But hunger and rage twisted the viper into a deadly fury. In a flash, venomous fangs struck the trusting ascetic's outstretched hand. Venom surged instantly. The devoted ascetic staggered back, collapsing helplessly inside. Within moments, life faded. The forest hermitage fell into dreadful silence. The viper slithered free, escaping quietly back into the wilderness. Fellow ascetics returned, discovering the tragic body inside the silent hut. The ascetics carried news of tragedy to their wise teacher. Hearing it, the teacher closed his eyes, grief heavy yet unsurprised. He ordered proper rites, honoring the fallen ascetic with dignity. Flames rose, carrying a harsh lesson into the silent mountains. The teacher gathered disciples, preparing to speak a solemn truth. The teacher spoke, ignoring wise counsel invites ruin and sorrowful endings. He recited verses comparing stubborn attachment to a venomous companion. Those who reject guidance destroy themselves, like the viper's foolish caretaker. Even today, clinging to danger blinds hearts and silences helpful voices. Listen to those wishing you good before attachment turns fatal and irreversible.